There was a commenter on one of the garage sale videos, and they're like, these resellers on YouTube, they don't tell you the truth, and here's the real truth, and they gave this long laundry list of things that are the truth according to this person. Hey, I just want to show you something. Some viewers asked about how I keep it so clean in here. So just to give you an idea, I clean up before I start filming any video. So this is a typical day in here when I come in the morning and start working. I mean, just look over here. This is stuff that came in from last week's garage sales and the week before, for that matter. Some of this stuff is older than that I haven't got to a process yet. Some of it I take inside and store away in bins for the wintertime when I can't source at garage sales. I've got stuff, going out, fixing a mistake I made on eBay. That's usually how I start my day. If there's any mistakes or anything I need to handle, that's the first thing I do. And then after that, I list. Then after that, I take pictures. And then I pull orders. And this is a typical day. I got stuff everywhere. I got stuff I've got to take out and start taking pictures of and sorting and all that. So I didn't want people out there who are new to reselling think that it's easy. There's a lot of mess involved in cleaning, and I've got a whole car full of stuff that I just bought. It's a process and it's a bunch of work, so I just wanted to show some of y'all that so you don't think it's always as clean in here as what you see on the videos. So there you go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin and we're in the Commonwealth cabin, and sales have been going up for us as well. I'm not sure if there's this partial shutdown again going on in some places and that's kind of raised sales back up, or if it's the particular items I'm listing right now. I'm doing a lot of video game stuff, so some of that stuff's selling fairly quickly. So let me know out there, are you seeing a rise in sales? Are you seeing a decline in sales? Are video game sales really going up? And that's what I'm seeing here. Either way, I'm happy with the sales. I haven't been listing a ton the last couple days. I did early this morning and I did last night. And I've seen these sales jump up. So I have like 29 sales for almost $800. So I have a bunch of sales. So what I'm going to do is something I've been looking forward to for a little while here, is making 2 videos out of this so it's not too long. And then I'm going to take a day of shipping off tomorrow and kind of relax for just a little bit. But I want to talk about something. There was a commenter on one of the garage sale videos, and they're like, these resellers on YouTube, they don't tell you the truth, and here's the real truth, and they gave this long laundry list of things that are the truth according to this person. One of those things I thought was a little bit ridiculous. The other things actually had a little validity to them, like you better have like extra rooms to store stuff at your house. Some things take a year to sell, 2 years, even 3 years to sell, that kind of thing. But one of them was only 40% of the things that you buy actually sell. And that's not the case at all. That's not my experience at all. I would say it's 99% of the things that I buy sell. Now, some of them don't sell for what I was thinking they were going to sell for. And that's kind of where this person was coming from. It was, to be honest with you, it was kind of a rude commenter, the way they put everything. But at any rate, I get that, all about views and all about that stuff. But, when they were complaining about me projecting or predicting what I thought we would sell these items for. And, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not always right. Don't get me wrong. I'm often wrong. But I'm pretty close on those predictions sometimes. A little bit less sometimes, a little bit more sometimes. But sometimes when I'm off, and we don't often talk about, we don't post on Instagram, and we don't brag about, because nobody brags about the tiny fish they caught. They only brag about the big fish. And they make it bigger. I mean, that's human nature. The one thing we don't often talk about is items that are as is, that we sell them as is or not working, because you buy them with high hopes and then you end up having to list them as items that aren't working. And that has happened to me a couple of times lately. And I just, for transparency's sake, I want to tell you that if you're a new reseller, it's common that this happens. I sell a lot of VCRs. I test every single VCR because I would say in my experience, 15% of them, maybe 20% of them just don't work, or they don't work the way I would like them to work to sell them as tested and working. Some people sell VCRs and they don't even test them. To me, that's a mistake. You're going to get returns. Now, I've had a couple returns on VCRs anyways over the last year, but they were tested and they were working. And when I get them back, they're still tested and they're still working. And so they were either trying to get a discount on them, or maybe they didn't know how to work them. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I think they were trying to get a discount on them. And that's why I do in my listings, I list them and I say, hey, look, I don't do partial returns. You're going to have to send that thing back. So if you're trying to get some kind of partial return on something and keep the working item, it's not going to work. I'll eat the cost before I do that. And I know a lot of you don't do that. I think if all of us did that, it would save us some trouble. But I get it. There's some cost involved, and you don't want to eat that cost sometimes. So, but I am going to show you 2 items that we had to sell as is, 4 parts not working, and maybe a prediction I made. Not these particular items, because I don't even think I have these on a garage sale video. But sometimes they don't work out. You know, that what we think we're going to get for something isn't often what we get. However, sometimes it goes in the opposite direction, and sometimes what you do think you're going to get, you actually get more. So anyway, a lot of great sales today. Let's take a look at what those are, and then we'll talk about those as-is sales in just a minute. If you watched the Goodwill buy from a week ago Wednesday or so, I found this one in there, and it was marked $1.99. So you ever find this one, it's a good one to pick up. I've sold 2 lately. This one was a little less than the other one, but it still sold for $63 plus shipping on this one. And it's in good condition. I thought I could get maybe 65, and they were going higher a little while ago, but these have gone down just a little bit. But you're still getting I think $62.95 for this thing, which is great. I paid $1.99 at Goodwill for it. Part of our $110 buy from Alex, one of my former students, one of my former high school AP World students, sold me a lot of games and the DS itself, and we are in the profit at this point, so this is all pure profit. Alpha Sapphire, 3DS game, and this one sold for $30. It was 30 plus shipping or not. It doesn't have the pamphlet with it. I didn't write down. Whatever. If it's 30 or... Oh, there it is right there. $30 free shipping for this one right here. All right, I'm going to reach up here and grab this one real quick. This is a Rudolph, and I have this one in here really for display because it's not working. Not working. See, there you go. There's another item that's not the way we planned on. So I have 9 more inside that are working. So I'll grab one that is working. And this was bought by a viewer. So let me read what they put real quick. Say, hey, Kevin, as a faithful viewer / subscriber and an Inaman caregiver, I've had my eye on these for a while. Thanks for all of your valuable eBay intel you provide for us newbies. I've learned so much from you. Thanks from Toronto. So this is headed out to Toronto. So that is awesome. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. I wish I could play it. I love listening to Gene Autry sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Little Burl Lives. But I'll go get you one that works and we'll ship it off your way. So thanks so much, Evelyn. We appreciate it. All right, these Harley boots came from a garage sale. Garage sale deals, these folks were ready to sell. So if you're new to the channel or new to the Commonwealth Picker channel, our garage sale channel, we got these in a great fun sale with the lady she was ready to sell. And she, you know, I like to talk when I'm out there at garage sales. And so I love it when people talk back. And she was talking back and she was like screaming across the building. And it was funny. She was terrific. And we bought these off of her. We bought a bunch of Harley stuff. We made a ton of money. This is all pure profit at this point. And these women's boots sold for, my wife listed them, I think, says Harley Davidson women's gypsy boot. I don't know if that's the actual name or if she just put gypsy boot in there because some people search that. I don't know. Size 10. Black buckle and side buckle. Chunk heel. Chunk heel for that big one. That's why I let my wife list this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. $25 plus shipping on these, and it's pure profit. They're not in amazing shape, but if you get these in perfect shape, probably get closer to 50. All right, so I want to pull this camera back, and I'm going to pick up a couple of items really quick and then talk to you about them and show you the dirty side. It's really not dirty. It's just the facts of reselling. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes the buyer makes a mistake. Sometimes the items I buy aren't working. And so there's all kinds of different things. So let's grab these 3 items and talk about them real quick. All right, let's go here. I think we'll do this one first. I think Garage Flips drawer for one of the items, Pokemon Sun. And this item sold for $32.95, but I listed it as Ultra Sun. And I'm thinking that the buyer wanted to buy an Ultra Sun Pokemon game instead of Pokemon Sun. And it's because I stole a listing and I did it too quickly. And so I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, you know, I doubt you wanted Pokemon Sun. Here's my mistake. Let me know what you want me to do about it. And then I'll wait until the last minute I can before I ship it, before I get the ding. And if I don't hear back from him, then I'll just cancel the order on my end. and do it that way. So that's how I'll handle this one. Hopefully they get back to me and tell me. Sometimes you have a listing mistake, but they'll buy it anyways. But I doubt that's the case here. But I always check with the buyer first. So there's one mistake. That's mine. This one here is something I'm going to make a bunch of money on anyways. This is a broken DS, and it has an error report that looks like it's pretty unfixable. I'm sure there is a way to fix it, but I couldn't find it. And so this DS, I think it's I don't even know what it is, DSi XL. Ended up selling this guy, I think for $20 plus shipping. But I bought it in a lot, and I sold the games off, and I made a bunch of money because I only paid 20 bucks for everything. So I'm still going to make money on it. But, you know, you got to test stuff, and you got to clean it and do all those things with it. So I do sell things as is, not working. And that's what this one is. No returns on this. But I was, you know, you got to be honest or you're going to get dinged on stuff. So that kind of stuff happens as well. All right, we'll head back here, and I've got one more item to talk about real quick. And I believe it's in the Pennsylvania bin where I keep all the camera equipment, and I just put it in there not long ago, so here it is. There, I grabbed it out for you, and this one does not work. This is just double checking, make sure I got the right one here. Yeah, PVGS150. Yeah, and so this one doesn't work. So I didn't pay much for this, so I am gonna break even on it because I think I paid $5 for it. So I sold it for $10 as is, and I think I may have taken a couple components, I'm not quite sure, and sold them off. So I can't tell you that you're always going to hit a home run with these kind of things. You often do, but occasionally you strike out, and that's what this item is. And we're still selling it off. I lowered the price. People don't want to mess with this kind of old technology and fix it unless it has great value to them or unless they know what they're doing. And so that is not this one, apparently. $10 plus shipping. So just so you know, I'm not trying to hide anything, and I certainly am not telling people that you're going to become a millionaire doing this. The person on those comments said, hey, this is really hard work, and they just made it sound very, very negative. And I don't want to be negative. I don't want to show you just the good side. I want to show you the bad side too. And, you know, most of the time, the bad side of it are my mistakes. I try to fix those mistakes as much as I can. And I think most resellers do exactly that. So, at any rate, I will tell you this. If you're buying so much stuff that you're only selling 40% of it, you're buying too much stuff. Way too much stuff, and you got to be much more selective. So, maybe that's that person's experience. So, you guys leave me a comment below. What percentage of the stuff that you buy eventually sells, as opposed to you redonating it or giving it away? So, for me, it's like 99%. That's how high it is. Of course, I also have the antique booth, so sometimes if I have an item that won't sell, I'll put it in there for real cheap. So, but even at that, just eBay items that I have listed, I would say 99% of them eventually sell. All right, I'm going to show you one more thing, then we're going to go in the eBay cave in there. Got a wonderful gift from a viewer and some awesome plates, and I got to show this to you real quick. All right, so these are some awesome gifts that came from Jeremy. Jeremy said a lot of really, really nice words here. And he also said that these mini plates are for the homeschool hustlers. So I think what he means is they're going to go over here because this is the homeschool hustler bin. So we're going to attach it right there. And the California one probably over here. These mini ones, maybe we'll have them all up and down here someday, which I probably won't use them as custom SKUs. They'll just be cool. Because I think if it's in here, I can find it. I don't have to really search per bin anyways. Plus, I switch them around all the time. But those are awesome, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate the thoughtfulness of the selection. The Virginia Beach one here and the California one will go over there. So there's that California one. And, of course, I say awesome all the time. Maybe it's because I'm from California. Thank you so much, Jeremy. But, y'all, I'm not done yet. Check these out. Alaska, the Last Frontier. I love that plate. That is awesome. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here behind this lamp over here. I think where we're going to put that one. I think that's awesome. Either that or maybe right down there. The New Jersey plate, which we needed. We needed this for an opposite side to this Jersey plate, the pull-through plate. So I need this one to go over here, right there. And that is an awesome-looking plate as well. I love that blue. That's a good one to go up here. I like those plain ones like that. That's so cool. The Indiana plate, committed to education with Garfield. These are all perfect. I needed this one. The Alaska plate is awesome. My wife loves Garfield. I'm a teacher. I mean, all these were just appropriate. I think he said he was a teacher and a plate collector as well on his note. Let me look. Yes, he says, I'm a high school teacher and a licensed plate collector and a reseller. Wow. We got a lot in common. Here goes. South Dakota. There's a history teacher plate for you right there. Love it. Mount Rushmore, and of course I have the Mount Plushmore sale I talk about. So thank you so much. Well, that's a heavy plate. Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness on those plates. That is really, really awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for your thoughtfulness with those plates. Those are awesome, and I love them, and I hope you get to see them in here for a long time. All right, let's go in the eBay cave. I sold a couple of Disney items down here, and this one is not really much. It sold for $6.99 free shipping, and I didn't pay much. I bought these off of Honest Tim. If you see, there's a couple of Tims. There's Tim the Toy Man and Honest Tim that appear in a lot of my garage sale videos. And Honest Tim sells at the flea market, and he has a few antique booths. I don't think he sells too much on eBay. And I bought a bag of these pins from him for just a couple of bucks. And so when I sell these things, for $6.99 free shipping, you know, they're obviously really light. I'm making like $2.75 each on them. And I think there was like 15 of them. So you might be like, why are you selling this for so little? You know, this is going to make $45 profit, one listing. And yeah, you got to ship them all, but how easy is that shipping? So at any rate, that's what I do with that. And so thanks, Honest Tim, if you're watching out there. The reason I call him Honest Tim is because one sale, long time ago, one of the very first times I met him, we were trying to make a deal, and I think he knew I was a picker, and he would say, hey, that's going for this on eBay. I'm like, how do you know that's going for that? He's like, they call me Honest Tim. That's how, you know, I'm telling you the truth. So I've called him Honest Tim ever since, which they probably didn't call him Honest Tim, which ought to tell you something, Tim. At any rate, thanks, we appreciate it. Have an anime going out to Don, and I didn't see a message from you, Don, so we appreciate it. We hope this guy gets you moving some items out of your store, or maybe you're not a viewer and you just bought an anime, so thanks anyways. The other Disney item was just this vintage Disney store polo, and I bought it at a garage sale for $1. And it's nothing amazing, but you can tell it's vintage, and I like the blue color. I thought it would go for a little bit more, to be honest with you, than it did. It didn't sell for very much. So like $12.81 plus shipping. But, you know, for $1, we'll still make $10 profit on this guy. And then one more Animan going out to Amy. And Amy, I really feel like you left a message in the regular eBay message system. I usually snap a picture of it so I can have it because there's so many messages. It's hard for me to go back and look. So if I missed your message, I apologize. And I remember it being very nice and kind. So we do appreciate it, Amy. And my apologies. But we hope this guy gets things moving out of your store if you have a store. And we really do appreciate the sale. And just for anybody out there who buys something from us, you know, if you could leave a message on the purchase, it shows up in my little feed of the items that have sold as opposed to the messaging system. And that is really, really helpful for us. So at any rate, thanks so much. And thank you for everything. Thanks for joining us today. We really do appreciate the support. We hope you enjoy this channel. We hope you enjoy the other channel as well. And thanks. I know I commented about a negative comment, and those happen. But so many of you are so kind, even when you know something like, he missed that, and you'll send a message and be kind about it, as opposed to say, you're an idiot, you missed this. Look, we can't know everything out there, so at any rate, thank y'all for joining us as always, and we will see you next time. Hey, Turner's with us. We have a Homeschool Hustler sale, and what do you have there, buddy?
Trolls.
A couple of trolls. And when they have these gems in them, they're called treasure trolls, I think is what they're called. Hey, you know, you've been wearing your sunglasses in the sun because you look like a raccoon.
Yeah, I used to. Well, I still do.
And this one's got a little something on it, so we discounted a little bit because I couldn't get it off. I thought I could, but I couldn't. Anyway, those sold for how much, do you remember? $10.
$10 plus shipping.
Plus shipping, okay? Well, thank you for that. And Turner wants to show you a trick. You want to show him the trick?
Yeah.
All right, let's show you the trick. Ready?
Wait.
Gotta spin it harder, huh? Spin it real hard.
Okay,
Yeah!
You
can do it on your forehead too. Spider-Man fidget spinner.
And
thanks for your trick, but oh, and you're not done yet? Oh, I'm impressed. That's good stuff.
And this is how you're supposed to do it.
Nice. All right, well, tell everybody thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.